Right. I'm legitimately worried because one of the things I did hear about this game was like, oh yeah, it's actually pretty short for a Tales game. And now I'm sitting here like 50, 60 hours in or so. Okay, that's 39 hours without dying over and over. 40 hours into the game, I guess. However, my Steam says a lot more than that. Hold on. Okay, never mind. It's only 45 in Steam. I thought it was higher than that. But, like, the fact that I've heard people say that makes me, like... makes me wonder. I'm like, is this the end? With, like, some post-game stuff? I mean, I totally get Tales of Arise 2, don't get me wrong, but like... I guess that's keeping with recent formula. I'm just assuming I'm at the end of the game. Because like the last 4 were like in sets of 2, I want to say.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Only 1/3 the size of X1.
Yeah.
I see.
Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
When did we establish that the Renaissance would get rid of the thorns? Because I don't remember this at all. And there's also a lot about Shion that we still don't know, and I'm hoping we get some answers to. Like, why was she held captive? Was it because of the thorns? Does she just not remember being the maiden? Because her being the maiden would make sense that they keep her captive. When did... Yeah, and like, when did... Yeah, like, I don't think it's destroyed, dude. Like...
Why did you destroy it?
I don't think it is.
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... It was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed.
Thank you.
For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance.
I've been resisting making that electrifying joke the entire playthrough.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand. Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
30 resistance, but that's a lot of skill points just for AG recovery that, you know, is completely unnecessary. Some good boost gauge. Boost gauge! Can I really not fast travel at all? She doesn't touch Danons. God, I still remember that one scene at the beginning of the game. I was like, this, it made no fucking sense. It also, like, was never addressed again. It never came up. I feel like there's certain parts, at least at in the beginning of the story, I feel like they, like, rewrote the order of events, but didn't, like, go through and fix other things to make sure it made sense all the way through. Because that scene was written as if Alphen didn't know about the Thorns Curse. I can totally see, like, a first draft being like, you have to team up with Shion during the rebellion, and you find out about the Thorns Curse, like, during the confrontation with the Lord or something. And then they decided to change it and, like, make that her intro. And then just have you know about it, but then that scene still existed. That is my assumption. It's the only way it makes sense to me.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers. Particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
You're not wrong, Everett. It's entirely possible that Volron's just alive normally.
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
It'll be something. It'll be some sort of like blessing from the Red Woman, though. What was the name of the last Tales game I played? Vesperia. This has a similar feel to Vesperia, where it's like you get to the end of like a first act, and then a big upset happens and the evil appears. Except this one's a little less farcical because you don't have a giant like void-eating monster like living in the sky, and then months go by and everyone's like, yeah, the sky's weird. Yeah, there's a giant. We're all gonna die. Yeah, it was so weird. This one's like, yeah, everything's like they completely disappeared. No activity whatsoever. So we're just like we're left in the dark. I mean, technically they're in the sky, but they're always in the sky. I assume it's on the other side of the castle. I can't see.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
The music in this place is very loud.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making P26 half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in P26 are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
Story of my childhood.
Seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me. We all need salt in order to survive.
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Need to do a massive exchange program with all the areas. That sounds fraught with problems, but later on, sure. Right now, that sounds fraught with problems. Do I have any idea where it is? No. Where is the thief? Wait, did I choose a new skill for... I did not. Inferno Punch!
Are we really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Any hints? No? Okay.
How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Well, it's a good thing we're tracking down a food thief, Dohalim. You can get your fill. Saw star. Oh, shit. Oh, it's just a clue.
Very well.
Well,
Somehow I'm both surprised and not surprised to see them
Hey.
here. So you're the guys hoarding all the rations.
Pardon me.
What are you doing? Get back to your position. Excuse me? I'll only say it one more time. Get back to your position. What is this guy's deal? Any slaves who disobey orders must be put to death. So says Lord Volron. Okay.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. Almost think we're just damaged from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch yourself.
They're knocking my shit around.
This one's mine.
Force of regeneration!
Here I come.
You must be tired of killing me. I'm merely doing what I can. Glad you're on our side. Can you
I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Finally timed Welp.
Leave the enemy's arc to me. Do it.
No complaints here!
Yeah, they clearly didn't get the memo. So it wasn't a Danon stockpiling the rations. It was some of Volron's soldiers hiding outside his castle. Yeah, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freaked out about it. They've been here for a month, by the way. These soldiers? What are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you out trying to get vengeance for Volron? What's going on here? Something's weird about all this. Are you men aware that Lord Volron is no longer around?
You don't say.
These soldiers seem to think only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Danons here. Looking back on it, I did feel like those soldiers we fought here before were mindless. If that's true, then they haven't been hiding out here? They've just been going about their business as usual? I guess so. Everyone here was Volron's slave, both Danons and Renans alike. That's the kind of realm he was running.
Well...
But that doesn't explain why all hell didn't break loose with these guys once Volron was gone, like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed since Volron vanished. It's entirely possible things may be starting to crumble at the fringes. But the fact that they haven't, to any degree, hasn't allowed these soldiers to carry on as though it were business as usual. Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but I don't know if they're going to come quietly. Listen to me carefully, men. I am Lord Dohalim Il-Karas. I have an order for you. Lord Dohalim? But sir...
Well?
Lord Volron has left this realm and is no longer its ruler. Therefore, in accordance with Renan law, you all must pledge your allegiance to me.
How?
So you expect us to serve you now, my lord? If you respect the Renan rule of law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Of course, we shall follow your orders, Lord Dohalim.
Oh, wow!
Holy crap, I can't believe that worked.
So then,
This should suffice for the time being. Let's bring these men into the barracks and then speak with Gagne once more.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Yeah. Can I fast travel? Can I fast travel anyway? Can I go back to the owls? Can I finally go back to the owls? Ever since I got here, it's like, no, you're not allowed to leave.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
Just walk there. But it's in its own pocket dimension. You don't just walk into a pocket dimension. That's fine. It's ostensibly not fine. It's demonstrably not fine. Mordor. It's harder to reach than Mordor. Mordor, they did just walk to
I've talked to
Mordor.
the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Harros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it! They killed us! Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Going from hungry. Kill all the Renans. Where's aggro while guarding? Pretty good.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
How many stats? How many titles are there? 15 per person, okay. Alright, alright.
I think Koodle senses something.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Sad glasses.
Maybe something.
I'm gonna have so many rewards. They're kind of meh.
What's going on in the forest?
Oh?
Gordino. Oh, wonder what today's recipe will be.
What?
You're getting ahead of yourself, young miss. Come on, Gordino. We all know where this is heading.
Yes!
You have me there. Indeed, I've come across an incredible recipe buried deep in the bowels of Pelesian's mighty fortress.
Just great.
Whatever it is, I don't think it'll ever satisfy your apparently insatiable hunger to hunt for recipes in places like that. Well, as it so happens, I met a sailor back in Mehiksar. He let me borrow a boat, and then I was here before I knew it.
What?
You rode that boat all the way here? That's right, but more importantly, what I found in that castle was a forbidden recipe sealed away since ancient times.
What?
Forbidden, you say? What reason could anyone have had for locking it away for all these years?
Yes!
I haven't the faintest idea. That's why we must make it out, so we can... That's why we must make it, so we can find out. And so I ask you all to gather me the ingredients once more. However, being such an old recipe, its directions are written rather obtusely. Calls for something white, soft, and fluffy, stimulating powder, neither swine nor hare meat. And finally,
Yes!
also something white, soft, and fluffy. Why does it ask for that twice? My guess is that one of them simply refers to rice.
Nice.
Maybe the recipe is calling for double the normal amount of rice. Sounds okay to me. I think they'd write it like that if that were the case. I'm pretty sure all these ingredients can be found in Ganatheros, so can I count on you to go fetch them?
Sorry.
Sure.
Yes.
Just great.
Just great. Dependable as always, then I shall let you get to work. I'm surprised I don't have it already. Maybe I do, I just gotta talk to him. Although every time I've had it already...
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible. Yes!
What?
I don't have everything. That's a little surprising, actually. Oh, I don't have the meat. Neither swine nor hare. I mean, that's either chicken or beef. Or horse. I thought I had all the meats. I have horse, I have sheep. I have chicken, I have beef. What kind of meat do you want? Do you want fish? I have fish. Ugh. Ugh.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion.
That was scary.
Well,
What's wrong? Why are you so afraid? I heard all sorts of strange noises like crackle roar and splish splash. Howl whoosh and boom bump outside of town. You left the town? Never go wandering outside where it's no safe, you hear me? Easy, Renwell. Kid, you probably spotted a Zoogle. Did you see anything when it made that crackle and roar sound? It was red crackling and roaring. Red. Oh, I get it. It must mean he saw fire coming out of it. Fire, of course. That would mean the splashing sound is water, the howling sound wind, and that booming sound was you, Renwell?
hey!
Why is it gotta be me? Because you're always loud and booming when you're dropping lightning on me when you get mad. This little kid wouldn't know anything about that. Boom boom, you're a boom boom lady! See what I mean? Even he agrees and he hardly knows you. You two have had quite enough teasing me. There's a dangerous Zoogle on the loose. Are you gonna make the scary thing go away, lady? Yeah. We saw it outside of town. Do you think he was in the Lab 2 marshlands? Whatever it is, it sounds like it's gonna be a pain. Go get him, Barky Boy! Is that a nickname? We got Barky Boy and Boom Boom Lady. Is rat meat a thing I can get? Am I supposed to, like, not have cats on my farm, so there's a ton of rats, and then I get rat meat? I kind of hope that's a thing.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harrows.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Fine to be stressed. Yeah, it really is.
Let's
If
see
anything-
what's going on around here.
If anything,
There might be someone who could use our help.
I'm blanking. If anything, Alphen is being a little irresponsible with his relaxed approach. Hey, you're those liberators. Can I ask you to help me with something? You sound a lot more lively than most people around here. I am. It's all thanks to those boomies.
Well,
You mean those tiny little Zoogles? Yep, those are the ones. Every time I see one of them, I can't help but think about how freakishly cute and adorable they are. If more people could see them up close, I bet they'd start to feel a lot better a lot faster.
yeah.
Really think so? I mean, I guess they're pretty cute for Zoogles. I'll give you that. I know, right? The way they stare at you with those beady eyes, those little fangs that can shoot through anything. I love everything about them.
No way.
You're crazy. Those things are scary as hell. They never shut up, and they like to throw that dirty stuff at you.
Huh?
That's all part of their charm. I could look at them forever and never get tired of it. So I guess what I want to ask is, could you defeat a handful of them outside of town and bring them back here for me, pretty please? I love these animals. Can you beat them up and bring them to me?
Got it.
And PETA has a problem with Far Cry. Alright, no problem. If it'll help the people here get better faster, we're happy to try anything. Do we really have to beat them up? I hate to do it, but you know how naughty those boomies can get sometimes, right? It's really for the best anyway. Thanks for helping. Can you make an airship? I feel like we are... Either they're gonna, like, attack, and then we're gonna, like, go up to their, like, mothership. Or we are gonna fly to Lenegus. Or teleport to Lenegus somehow.
Boomy! Boomy!
Boomy, boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Boomies are like the least threatening enemy in this entire game. Hey, what's up, dude?
Seriously?
Terrible opening law, but let's roll with it. What do you mean, what is up?
Well...
I just mean, like, how's your work? Are you making progress? No, I'm not making progress.
Well...
Is there a problem? Yes.
Huh?
Is there a specific reason why your work isn't going so well? I don't have any materials. Where did you get the materials before? From the Zoogles in the castle. From the Zoogles? Jeez, goes to show just how low Volran's soldiers used to stoop.
Huh?
But his forces are all gone, so how are you getting the materials these days? I'm not, because there are no Zoogles.
That's just...
Suppose without any remnants left in the castle to keep them contained, the Zoogles got on their own. So they got loose and turned into feral strays? I'm surprised they didn't wreck the city on the way out.
I guess...
But getting back to this guy, if we don't help him out, he's probably just gonna stand around not getting anything done, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely. Then I guess that means we better go out and find those materials he's looking for. It probably won't solve his problem forever, but at least it'll give him something to do once he has them. Ah, I already have them! Wait a second, Law. When you say you got your materials from the Castle Zoogles, are you talking about this stuff by any chance? Yes, that's right.
Yeah!
Oh, that was easy. Problem solved. Aren't you lucky?
Huh?
Oh.
Oh?
What? Thank you.
Oh, wow!
He said that all by himself.
Alright.
No need to thank us, man. Just make sure you put that stuff to good use and do a good job now, okay? Yes, I will do my best. I forgot that he would have, like, not any, like, willpower or personality.
I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe. Socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit. You did good, Law.
Wait, can I fast travel? Ah.
Thanks.
What the hell happened to him? He's no longer with us. He always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still. He was so close to finally living like a normal human being too. It was one day from retirement.
No way!
Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives in that area over there. Got it. I'll break the news to her.
Having to inform her mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son.
Yes.
It's okay, I know. You do? What are you doing? I have work that must be done today since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work. Herbaty, I think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
Yeah, I thought that too. They didn't even confirm he was dead. They're like, oh yeah, he's dead.
Her son's body. That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
I was at least expecting Shion to like try and heal the guy. Instead of like, oh yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
Okay, off we go.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Rat pig meat. That's what that recipe wants. No, but that's swine. Well, it's not quite swine. It's not swine, but not hare. It's rat pig. It's a lot of new weapons. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to make any of those. Some treats. Have more money again. Some more treats. Let's get there. I don't need to spend all my money.
You can never be too prepared.
Okay, lady's just right there. What is this question mark, though?
Did we have to spend so much?
Sleeping on the ground beneath the heavens like this, why, it's hard to complain.
I will find out if I can travel after this.
That was nothing.
Oh, jeez.
Shion,
Shion.
could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegis.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
Right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
There's a few little things that like feel like they just kind of skipped.
I think it's time we go to sleep.
Like the whole idea that Alphen is from 300 years ago was kind of just like an assumption.
Ready to head out?
Using the Round Psalm to cure the thorns was just an assumption, and like there was never any reason. There was never any reason beyond. Oh, let's take this because it's crazy and cool, and this must be what it is, and that's like. Then they're just jumping to those conclusions and then acting like those are true. And yet we have no like real. We have no real reason to believe that those are true.
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire.
What?
What, you intend to burn your child? That's right, that's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry, have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Well, really, how could we have on Dana? Up until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Renans, it's customary for our relatives to send their remains out into the heavens when I introduce such a practice to Dana. We believe that in doing so, the deceased's spirit shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. You can never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us, Dana. Do you really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. When the Ren is still ruled over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decompose, they can spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Renwell, don't think for a second I've forgiven everything that the Renans did to us. Tell me, Alphen, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them and they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try and make us live like you too. If you hate it here so much, why don't you just turn them all hollow? That's enough. No more. Lennigus could strike at any time, and here we are fighting amongst ourselves. We're all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. Yeah, I mean, okay, so it is like an educated, to me, it's still like an educated guess. It's still like a guess to me. It's, oh, you described a thing that happened 300 years ago. That means you must have been there. And it's just like, sure. Like, I'm not convinced. It's probably what it is, but I'm not convinced. It's just like I don't remember anything about the Renus Alma curing the Thorns curse. And I feel like we don't even know really what Shion's final goal was, other than, like, getting rid of the Lords was like her surface goal. And she's clearly hiding something, and she was clearly hiding something else as we were approaching the end. And she was so hesitant to do it. Like she knew something terrible was going to happen, or I don't know. Or she was hiding something. And everyone's like, suddenly everyone's like, the Renus Alma will cure the Thorn scars. I'm like, what? How? When did anyone say any of this? She mentioned it like once. I don't remember her mentioning it at all. Anyways, we need to live side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guests and leave. Break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, but it would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Winwell, I completely accept the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did, Dohalim. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what was best for her son, too. Rinwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us begin to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena too then, please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Danon way.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. Well, because of all of you, my son is at peace now. Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that would make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
Now I rest at the inn. But first, we do things. We do side questy things.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Hi, Hoodle!
Here I come! Can't get out of this! You're finished! Internal devastation!
Our expert!
Rail slash! Try it out!
Oh, I was about to do my sword.
Internal devastation! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together. Like a finely timed block. You're finished!
Thunder Field!
It's go time! Be still!
Do it!
Prepare to be Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Illuminate the
My turn!
Come
I'll take you all on! Dazzle!
Holy Land Dazzle!
Tear! Stardust! Rising Falcon! Burn in hell!
If it's in the sky,
In a bind! Here I come! Shine! Radiant Slash! Force of regeneration! Onward and upward.
This is not where I
Guess
wanted to
missed
go.
the landing.
Not really.
Phew, what a rush.
Oh.
Think we could take that one?
Well, if you're up for being the decoy.
No thanks. Let's turn back.
Alright, let's do it. 42? That's fine.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Damn it!
Spear! Pierce evil! Don't mind if I do!
Is there more than one? Oh, fuck.
Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! Fall into
All yours!
lunar corruption!
Amazing.
An astral quartz?
That's my cue!
Fit, shut him down! It's over!
Maybe she'll just...
Are their HPs tied?
a little kindness, huh?
She is strong. She can handle herself.
You can be really dense, Helene.
You're nearly done for. This one's all mine! It's over!
I see what's happening.
It's over!
Don't mind if I do! Or shield! Freeze Lancer! Magic is there! Shield!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'll be saving this one!
Eternal devastation!
In a bind?
I'm grateful for the fluidity of your movement.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
They're gonna fuse. Yeah, they probably are. Turn into like a giant elemental golem or something.
They smite it away!
Dance in the wind!
Swallow blade!
Steel! Lightning!
Infernal torrent! Here I come! I can carve on the ground! Not today! Blew away! I'm not done!
Here's evil!
Blew
This
away!
one's mine!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning on raging cascade! Radiant
Soaring light spear!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Lightning astral energy! It looks like you got this one covered! Can you take it? Does this hurt? I'll grind you into dust! Annihilation! Not in your dreams!
It's wide open!
It
won't escape
me!
Shine! Radiant
Feel.
Eternal devastation!
Regeneration!
Denied! Thanks!
Of course, they all have different like cores, so I can like core break them all one by one.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Cool.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my gun.
Armor won't save you. Dance on the wind.
Don't mind if I do.
There's so much elemental shit on the screen.
Got it. Now's our chance. Sorry.
You'll pay for that. Imbue this vanquished soul with devastation. Resuscitation. Not further. You're mine. It's over. I can handle it. Deny. Demon Fang.
A thrilling performance.
Now, while it's reeling.
Take it down.
You're mine. It's over. Blow away. Take
Just running because a few spells have gone off.
Stay away from my friends.
You have a core. Am I even targeting it? I am now.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you do.
Is this it?
No more playing nice.
This is it.
Can't be happening.
Here I come. Is this it?
We're all fucking dead again.
I hope this medicine works as promised.
Up and at 'em. Let's go. Bring you back from death's abyss. Field. I'll be saving this one.
Here, let me help.
Blah, blah, blah.
Not so
Hey, team. Art expert coming through.
You're mine. You're finished.
Hey,
As long as they cast spells at the same time,
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Art expert coming through.
I always have the counter spell up.
Raining flash.
Here's a hero.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
Back into the fray.
It's over.
Needs to be at least 2 though.
Time to deal some hurt.
Well,
I'll thank you.
I missed it.
I didn't think you had it in you.
Okay, there'll be time to congratulate me later.
Nothing much I can say to that.
Try harder.
Glacial spear. Piercing. Enemies immobilized.
Rising light.
Anything in armor is all mine. Dance in the wind.
No, it won't end like this.
They're all coming after me.
That's so many spells.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Here I come. It's over. Eternal devastation. Can't get out of this.
Is this what real pain feels like?
There. Reflect on my escape. I'll flatten blade.
I can't heal you forever.
Now, rising water.
Another incantation ruined.
Flame inside me yearns to be let free.
Focus your attack.
Nothing gets by me. Try harder.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Heal. Thanks.
Watch and sleep.
No escape.
Okay.
Lightning. Still.
Denied. I'm gonna need more than
Where are you going?
Crush.
Searing
And beyond.
It's over.
It's a shame that Rinwell died.
I'll bring you back from death.
From beyond. You're finished. Vanquish soul with light. No escape. Rain flash. Stone up.
Can't be happening.
Make it in time. Attack time. I'll smash you. Rain flash.
What?
This one's all mine. I'm ready. Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade. From beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul with light.
That was an interesting fight, I guess. I only needed to counter 2 spells and Rinwell's bar, like, would fill up again.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
She almost KO'd at the end. Yeah, whatever. What else do I have? Four back. That I just have to wait for. What about the boomies? Oh, that's the one I have. Derp. Are they only at the falls? I think they're at the falls. Yeah, they're in here.
You guys want to rest here?
A little bit.
I find the sounds of the night to be rather comforting.
Oh, man. I only got to see one of those.
Mind if I join you, Law?
See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
Guess I misread the landing.
Do I have any more relics? What's up with my relics? Artifacts. Can't believe just 23 of these. And these also don't count to the thing. The options screen. Looking for the fights of their lives. One wrong move and you're finished, you've been warned. I'm gonna beat the game on hard first. It's been hard enough, honestly.
Ah, the spray from this waterfall feels so good.
Seriously. Makes the sweat I worked up getting here all worth it.
Don't get too wet now, you two, or else you'll catch a cold.
Hi, Hoodle!
Burn in hell!
Shield!
Demon Fang!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
God damn it, I got interrupted.
Take pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you.
No complaints.
Then I died.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Goddamn spells.
Don't mind if I do. Burning water! Hear my call!
Shine! Radiant light!
Glacier for the earth! Here's the evil!
Regenerate!
Dance in the wind!
Soaring light spear! Tear!
Is that a healing knife?
No armor. Stop me.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
I'm out of ammo!
Now, take this! You're finished! Eternal devastation! Stardust!
All disaster, where are you going? Come forth, the helix of purity!
Strike! Rising Wyvern!
Maelstrom! Sparta! Mega Ray! Annihilation! Now! Mega Ray! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Rip.
Hi, Hoodle!
You're mine! Eat this! Might with clusters you all are!
Supernova!
Demon Blast!
Prepare!
Simian pests.
I shall kill you when you stand!
Here! Now!
We turn the tables on us!
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back! Rising Wyvern!
Do it! Supernova!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Annihilation! Lightning Mega!
Annihilation!
Illuminate now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Wow! Look what I just found.
Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
Boomies!
Coming through!
Take this!
You're mine! Demon Pest!
Flying free! Do it! What if they just get toasty?
Burn Strike! My turn!
I can handle it.
Too bad Indignation was an enemy with the guard. Was that? I don't remember. I assume that was the witch ladies. I don't know if I don't remember seeing it. Or I probably did, I just didn't recognize it was called Indignation.
That extra training paid off.
Maybe I did. I probably went Indignation. It was if I don't remember. That sounds like me. Mr. Light Art dude. Yeah, I don't remember the fight. Not really. Indignation? That was his mystic art, right? I feel like the name Indignation is only memorable if you played Tales of Fantasia. And it's just because of the voice clip. When she casts it, Indignation. That and the AI spammed that spell.
I won't forget
There's been a few Tales games actually where like when they get the spell Indignation, they just spam the shit out of it. It's Abyss. I gotta play Abyss, man. I just gotta. Everyone keeps mentioning it all the time. Aw, one hit away. I just remember the voice clip from Tales of Fantasia.
Well done.
It's also one of the few like SNES games that would like have like battle voices where they'd say things.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
That looks like the Zoogle we were told about.
God damn it. I didn't want to fall down. God damn it. Oh, it's just one.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Armor won't save you!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
There it is. That's our target.
Bummy!
Coming through.
Far enough.
Eternal devastation.
Illuminate the dark! They're surrounding us!
Explosive ring. Execution. Try harder.
I'll heal you
No
all!
escape. We turned the tables on us.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Hurricane thrust.
Illuminate the
Okay.
dark!
Here I go.
I don't know what
No
I'd do without
further.
you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
You fight better at a distance.
The further away, the better.
You and I both.
I'm practically unstoppable.
The Tales of Abyss Indignation. All right, let's take a look.
My job is to
Fucking
make
ads.
college easier because
Why are there
students have
ads?
a lot on their
Bring down your crystals of light! Maelstrom! Cluster raid!
I stand in the full light of the heavens command me, who opens the gates of hell. Come forth, divine lightning! This ends now! Indignation!
Ah.
Whenever you're ready.
They don't. I do have an ad blocker. I just like this opened within OBS as opposed to my browser. This is like the OBS browser. This is not Chrome. Alright, we done did it. I also noticed there's a question mark. Like there's a new
We've reached
area
our
to go to.
destination.
Where's that? Oh, that's the inn. Derp. Alright, we beat up boomies.
Yeah!
No.
You did it!
You're gonna make stuffed animals out of them? Yo, taxidermy was not. That was not far off.
Really?
Yeah!
I got a recipe.
What's gotten into him?
He says, instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hoodle sign.
He's feeling threatened by a rival.
Now I can hurt myself even more. That is a really cool name for a spell, especially a lightning spell. The word has nothing to do with lightning, as far as I know.
Yeah!
Got rid of the scary thing.
Seriously?
Hey!
Oh, elemental attack plus 50. I don't know why she has I don't know why she has anti-dragon damage. That's so weirdly specific. I don't really want this, but I want the 20 defense. Yeah, anger, annoyance caused by what is perceived as unfair treatment. Therefore, I wreck you with lightning. My rat pigs aren't ready yet. It's such a good word for us. It's such a good name for a spell, though. For me, it's right up there with Ultima. It doesn't work in context outside of like
these people just about as much
JRPGs, though.
They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
Like if you were playing D&D,
You're right.
and you were like, I cast indignation, people would be like, what? you cast anger at them? Like,
We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
I guess I'm not gonna see anything that I haven't already seen.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
I don't know, divine scale can be expanded upon to overthrow the gods themselves. You could, yeah. There's a phrase of righteous indignation. People tend to put those two words together.
What's that noise?
Helpin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
Mothership, see? Or is that Lenegis itself? That looks like a final dungeon to me. It's like a giant astral tree. It's beginning the transference process.
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the two of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Wait, was she?
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously?
Now I feel like I
How
should have
could
been paying
you
more
not notice
attention.
her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
Cool.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated, as if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
I want to go to the Owl Forest. And save the world, I guess. We're gonna get to the other realms. Without a sturdy boat, there isn't much you can... Wait, I take that back. I remember one of the elders who recently started talking a little mentioned something. Apparently back in the day, there used to be a way to get through Foreland Mountains, but not anymore. What could it have been? Trying to find a way out to the other realms. Can't say I've ever heard about anything. If we knew about anything like that, we wouldn't have had to hunker down in Thistlum. That thing dropped out of Lenegis, the sound, my oh my. I thought the mountains were collapsing.
Where are these Foreland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
I remember that rock wall where I was like, we're gonna go through this rock wall. Very obviously, we're going through this rock wall.
Armored soldiers!
some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Come one, come all!
God damn it!
Shooting star!
I hate these soldiers.
I owe you, Sion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire! A skull!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes, a merry distraction.
Still more to go. Now!
In an instant!
Impact block! Here's a healing armor! Lightning away!
Here I go!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
It's over!
Do it! Showtime!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I think it's all the healing arts are unaligned to an element. I know they're typically aligned with light, but they don't have to be.
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out. Like our old weapons we're not using anymore.
No.
They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
No.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
The heavens must be smiling.
There are elemental heals in Olo games. I mean, maybe heals in this one incorporate every element, and therefore they don't need a distinction.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
Do you think that old is Alanis Morissette song, that like irony song, isn't it ironic? It's like rain on your wedding day and stuff like that. It's like there's nothing ironic. None of the examples given are actually ironic. Do you think that was done on purpose? Because having a song about irony and having all of your examples not actually be irony makes the song as a whole ironic. Sometimes I think it's on purpose.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
I only remember like the main chorus. But like, here we go. So an old man turned 98 and he won the lottery and died the next day. Just one example. A black fly in your Chardonnay. A death row pardon 2 minutes late. That one is a little ironic. I'll give that. Actually, no, not really. And then the main chorus is, it's like rain on your wedding day. Free to ride when you've already paid. That one's a little ironic, I guess. Good advice that you didn't take. That is the next verse is Mr. Play It Safe was afraid to fly. He eventually gets on a plane and then crashes. That one's a little ironic, I suppose. But like most of these are, they're just unfortunate. A traffic jam when you're already late. A no smoking sign on your cigarette break. 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. Meeting the man of my dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. Like, these are not ironic. All I need is a knife, but there's spoons everywhere. Oh, the irony. That's not irony. That's just like... A lot of people have been down this road before, but a part of me wonders if it's on purpose, because it makes the song itself ironic. What is the irony in the song ironic?
Is it just me, or is anyone else peckish?
According to him, the irony of the song may not necessarily be in the situations themselves, but rather in the dramatic irony when someone is unaware of the significance of the event, while others are. The situations aren't ironic themselves, but life itself is ironic. Perhaps. Like, it does make the whole song itself ironic. Could be irony if the color is made of iron. Mayhaps. Oh, level 32?
Will be a delicious piece of cake.
You're finished! No further! Eternal devastation!
Into everlasting.
Ow.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Demon Fang! Try this!
Here, let me help.
Oh, I can almost completely kill myself now.
You're mine! Ignite! Rising Wyvern!
Forgive me.
Order won't save you. Denied.
This one's mine. Dance in the wind.
Not done yet.
on my watch.
Catapult!
Now,
Conceal!
this one's got your name on it.
Action to action! A merry distraction!
There's still more to go.
Do it! In an instant! Impact block!
Well, looky here.
Alright. Before I actually like go through this cave, mountain cave, where hopefully when I get to the other side, I can go to the fucking owl thing. There's all just more side quests. Well, we'll come back to this when we have the ability to fast travel everywhere. But yeah. I will be...